to share with you a couple really basic, simple, fundamental, if you like, recipes. And to start off with, I'm going to make a cheese sauce. So to begin with, we are going to put my pot on the cooker on a low heat to begin with. And I'm going to use some butter. This is semi-salted butter. You don't really want to be using full salted butter. So I'm going to put in a good sized lump, right? Which is about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. And over a low heat, you're going to let it melt all the way down. What I'm making is called a roux, which is a cooked combination of butter and flour. So I'm going to add pretty much as much flour as I've got butter, and you're going to make a paste. So a couple tablespoons here of, oops, try not to spill, flour. And let's get that stirring and see how it looks. You want to be stirring your cheese sauce constantly so it stays nice and smooth. Okay, so it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to add milk a little bit at a time, maybe like a quarter cup at a time. And then you just start stirring like mad to combine. And basically what you're trying to do is thoroughly mix the milk and the flour mixture. You let it thicken, then you add a bit more milk. I'm actually going to get the whisk involved here. And just whisking it helps to combine the lumps. Make sure you get nice and smooth. The secret ingredient for any cheese sauce is really nice mustard. You could use grainy mustard, you could use Dijon mustard, something really spectacular. I'm going to use Coleman's, a really spicy English mustard. That's going to add a little zing, sort of pepper sauce effect to the, only a tiny amount, right? That's like a quarter of a teaspoon, if that much. Plonk that in there, give it a good stir. Sort of quite quickly, I want to add some pepper and some grated cheese. So, grated cheese, pepper, whoops. Now, if you want, you can use many different kinds of cheese for a cheese sauce. You can actually add Parmesan. Or mozzarella, which makes it really gooey. I'm just adding grated cheddar cheese. And I'm going to stir this. Get this in there. Again, keeping your heat not too intense. Yes. Get it fully combined. And what you want to do is bring it very gently to a very gentle simmer. Look at that, that's beautiful. Add a little bit of pepper. Okay, so that's just about ready. A perfect sort of glossy cheese sauce. I'm going to turn it off, and later in the show I'm going to show you lots of different applications for this cheese sauce. But now I wanted to share one of my favorite sort of delicacy type things. It's homemade mayonnaise. We don't often make homemade mayonnaise because it's slightly difficult. It's not the easiest thing, and you can buy store-bought, but it tastes profoundly different to store-bought. So to do that, I'm going to get a whisk. And what you need is 1 egg yolk. Now this is kind of a painstaking process, so bear with me. It's worth it. Believe me, right? And into your egg yolk, you're essentially going to force olive oil. So basically, we are going to pour literally 2 drops of olive oil into this egg yolk, right? Badunk, just like that. And then I'm going to beat up my yolk until I'm satisfied that the olive oil has sort of been forced into the yolk. And then I'm going to add another 2 drops. The first time I made mayonnaise, I could not believe the process. It was agony, but it's delicious. And what you'll notice is as you keep adding the oil to the yolk, the mixture in the bowl gets paler and paler. And if you're doing it right, it seems to be sort of like butter. If you're doing it wrong, you'll find that the egg yolk and the olive oil sort of separate and create a sort of salad dressing consistency. Keep whisking away. Elbow grease, as my granny would say. And there you have it. That is, in essence, mayonnaise. Now I'm going to make it aioli, which is a sort of garlic mayonnaise. So what I'm going to add to that is like, I've got some crushed garlic here. So I'm going to add like a little pinch of crushed garlic, like that. I'm going to add a little bit of, vinegar. But you can also add lemon juice or a little bit of lime juice if you like, just to cut the flavor of the egg. So just a little vinegar. Like that. And let's keep mixing it. And there you have your wonderful, wonderful mayonnaise.